Welcome to the Buss Earz Podcast, where the voice is loud and the reason is raw. I am your host, Dale Elliott. Now, if you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe, comment all your topics them. But you see, this topic I'm going to talk about today, this topic is how to make money. Now, the reason why I say how to make money today is because a lot of people will reach a stage in our life now where that has become the number one priority. Everybody wants to make money and everybody is searching for a way how to make money. And honestly, I haven't been doing exceptionally well at it, but I think I have some input and I can explain to people how I have managed to make money throughout my lifetime. Honestly, I started to make money from a very early age. And when I say very early age, I probably started to make my own money when I was in like the 7th grade. The way how I started to make money first was really because of background and growing up with a hustling mentality. I used to live with my grandmother and I used to realize that she never really wake up and go work every morning. So from the get-go, I was never really thinking about waking up and going to work every morning. My grandmother was a good cook. My grandmother used to bake like cakes and fruit cake, all kind of something my grandmother used to make. And people used to come into the community and buy it. And I used to say, I never see she spend the money to make the money. When I realized that she had to go and she buy the products them and then she bake the cake and people just come out of the house and people buy the cake from her. So I say, okay, this is how she make money. And then as a child, you don't necessarily know how money is made. You just see money come in. So when you get older and you realize that is not how it is in the real world, especially if you're stranded, you're going to sit down and you're going to feel confused and wonder what the hell is going on. When we live with her, and every day, me used to could get lunch money. So when me I go high school now, me used to get like $250. That is how much money me used to get for my for high school. This was like 2009. So when me I get $250, I figured that how can I turn this money into more money? And you go to school and you sit down and you look on things where everybody eat every day. Because I always say she make something for people eat. So I say, all right, then I'm going to need for I find something where somebody eat, where people eat. So I realized everybody eat candy. And there was a bunch of candies all over the place, but I never see the type where people love on weekends that never really sell at school. So I used to live close to the mall. So I go over the mall and I buy a pack of earheads. When I buy the pack of earheads, for probably like $60 for a pack. And I think it's like 10 coming at the pack. I used to sell one earheads for like $30. So right then and there, I realized if I buy one pack of earheads, I can make my lunch money for the day by selling one pack of earheads. That is when I take on the thing where I say, yo, you know what, I go sell at school now. Which was illegal. I never did supposed to sell earheads at school. It just become a part of me. Say, listen to me. I go try find a goods and sell it. So anybody out there where think a way to make money, try think along the lines of you selling goods. And I carry that through high school. I sell everything I could get my hand on. Donut, brinky, bag juice, lunch, actual lunch me used to buy. I sneak it into the school and try to sell it. But the older you get is the more you realize that your money is a thing. Like you have to physically try to make money every day. But honestly, there are so many ways out there to make money. You just have to be able to, one, you have to know what are you good at, what is your level of pride, and what are you willing to do for the money. There's another way out to make money, which I always try to do, is called try to provide a service that you can get paid for without you physically spending money to make it back. Because there's a saying that you have to spend money to make money, but that is not necessarily. That is true to some sort. You can make money without spending it. For example, I get paid based on the amount of views I get on this video. That's why I should subscribe. And I get paid based on the amount of views I get on this video, both on my Instagram, YouTube, wherever my social media platform is. That's how I earn income from it. And the reason why I'm saying that you should try to focus on something that you're good at, I have garnered enough experience in this field to where I can make this profitable. But one of the hardest things to do when you are trying to make money is how much you save and what you're spending the money on. So if you are making money, you need to be trying to find something to invest that money into, in which you can get return. Street man, I would say, re-up. If you make $100, you have to now go and find one, you have to save a percentage of that $100. So if you make $100, you try to save 20, and then you try to invest probably 50, and then the remaining $30, now you can do whatever you want to do with it. That is actually like your profit. So when you break it down like that, there are a lot of ways you can make money. Especially if you grow up in Jamaica, you see it every day. You see a man a sell a bag juice. You see man outside a party a sell. There's a man, there's the event. There's people in careers that are making money. So if you are home now and wondering why you're not making any money or why can't you make any money, I would suggest you sit down and try to figure out what can you do to the best of your ability that you like, that you can earn from. Because like it or not, you might not like something, but that might pay. Because when you look at something hourly, I would say in some ways a 9-to-5 system is somewhat flawed, but it also is safe. And the reason why I say that is because I am living in the States now, so I have to use an hourly rate. If I am working somewhere and they're paying me $20 an hour, the average work day is 8 hours. So 2, 8, 16, you're making $160 a day, and then you're going to work that for 5 days. If that is a daily wage, and at the end of the month, I think you make like $3,000 something. And then when you should minus bills out of that, no matter how hard you work at that job, your money remains the same. It is safe and it is stable, but the room for growth is minimal. Because you might say you're getting a raise of pay when you get the raise you pay by $1.50. I would say probably maybe because that is not a service. And no, don't get me wrong, I would go and do a 9-to-5 in a heartbeat if I don't see another angle to make money from. But I personally think the 9-to-5, I would now try to see what I can save from that now to go and make more money. No, this is for somebody who wants to be an entrepreneur. Because if you don't want to be an entrepreneur, you can go the safer route. But if you look at the system of the world right now, we are seeing where it is actually flawed. So we are going to school, and when we finish school, we get a job. But nothing in this world that you are seeing you can really earn with a regular job. A basic car for like $100,000. You know how hard it is to work $100,000 US in a year? And you are seeing people flying planes, people playing sports, and people are making what people are making for the whole year in a week. Now, I personally rather fight and work on something that I am good at to profit from it. And also, I rather have multiple streams of income. Because honestly, there's 24 hours in a day. The discipline that someone show for work, you see where it is coming from school. Because you go to school like 7:30, school finish at 2 o'clock. You literally translate that into your work environment. So it's like that is the only thing you are really disciplined about. Somebody would go to school or work for 8 hours but don't want to go to the gym for 1 hour every day. No, yes, sister, that is a systematic teaching, because you can invest 8 hours in somebody else's dream for them to pay you 1% of the company's earnings, and then consider you as we and us, and at our building, customer service is our priority and stuff like that. When you are replaceable, that is the trick. Our and we strive to I mean, I said, Jano, really and truly, if you're sick today and you go on vacation for a week or whatever, and them not see you, and you not call them, you lose your work. So I feel like that is another level of control. And then because of social media, which is wrong, you are seeing people with all sorts of things that you aspire to have. But then you realize that the level of money that you can make, you will never get to that point. When I think about that, sometimes it messes with my brain, it drives me crazy, because it it now allow me to be comfortable in where me is. So I always sit down and try figure out how can I make money. Because if we should simplify it, if you live in a community or you have an event or you sell a shirt or you provide a service, if you can receive money from them, you're going to make way more money than going to work. If I live in America and somebody is going to pay me $25 an hour or $20 an hour, $160 a day, honestly, when I sit down and I think about that, you're going to pay me $160 a day, but it's like $70 or $80 to put gas in the car. More than half of my paycheck gone in a gas. So something is wrong with the system where people need to break out of that. And I realize there's very few people that break out of it and don't realize or become successful. That's why I always rate a hustler. And when I say a hustler, I mean a man who invest in himself or him talent. A man who believe in the sweat of your brow you shall make bread. Because this flawed say, yo, a degree is going to make you money, a degree is going to make you rich. Not for everybody. If you realize the people them with degree make rich, it's because them degree was a skill. So when we go do a degree where it's just like reading or you just go to the office, go sit down every day, you not necessarily did do nothing enough to really attain the wealth where we keep on a see a daytime. Man out here own boat. Man out here own boat and plane. And we there fight for raise. You have to wake up, man. You have to figure out, how me I can do this myself. And then when enough people not realize, the government always have a leniency to people who do business. For people who try to establish a business. Most people who try to establish a business, there is ways to start one. Loan. There is tax breaks. There's a lot of things where you can do when you have a look business for start. $30 hour as a bank teller. A barber get more than $30 for 1 year. As long as him skillful in him task and him market himself properly. And now that is where it's at right now. Image, branding, marketing, exposing yourself to different people, seeing different sides of the world. But if you're there home and you sit down and you think about it every day and you don't necessarily go out there, look, see, learn, study, you're gonna lose. Now, during the journey of trying to make money, I don't care who you're using, you're gonna go broke, because you're gonna have a whole heap of trial and error. And there are a lot of things that I did where I waste a lot of money. And then when you're young and you're naive, you think that a certain amount of money that you have is a lot of money. But you really don't have a lot of money. Sometimes you have a certain amount of money where can propel you to a lot of money, but comfort is a wicked thing. So comfort might slow you down or comfort might make you stop. When you're there right now and you sit down and you try think about to make some money. When we do my interview with Cubans say there's a million ways to make $1 million. But there is way more than 1 million ways to make $1 million. No, me can't say me never make $1 million US yet, but me never make $1 million US yet. Do I want to? Of course. I'm not gonna stop telling me do that because that just some work. But in a things there is always trial and error. So like I went and I rented a studio. When I rent the studio, I asked the lady, I say, ma'am, how is my neighbors? How is the room sound quality wise? Is it soundproof? She assured me that everything was okay. But then after I rent the place, after I set up the place, I realized that there is a music studio above me, there is a music studio beside me, and the music was unbearable. Place said I shake too much. So what me did have to do? It was a month, I have to cut my losses. And then I sit down and I say, my productivity of this podcast did drop while I shoot. While me the other place, I try to get it to the next level. The productivity of the podcast did drop. And I rather pump out content than I worry so the wall them I shake out and I feel I go tell my neighbor them for quiet and this and that. So you know what I did? I waited until the end of the month and I moved. Now, that was a loss. That was a loss on my side, but it's not really a loss, it's a lesson. And everything I feel like some things are just lesson. And sometimes if you welcome it and then go back to the drawing board and start again. And there are multiple instances where I think this happened to me, but there are multiple instances where I try and it work out and it super successful. The reason why I say that is because you're not afraid. You're not afraid if something not work out. Because if something not work out, you have to learn something from when it not work out. And that's the beauty about failing. When you fail, you know exactly where you not fit do again. Because this me did do, and that's why it never worked. So you have to work like that in a life. Especially when a money I deal with. Can't take people word and believe say, yo, sometimes people are go stab in your back. Sometimes people are go try one over you. And when you deal with money, try not get no money dealings with friend. When I say friend, even sometimes even if I your best as a friend, but to the best of your ability, just try not to make money get involved in a certain friendship. But when I say money, I mean whole heap of money or business money. Because you don't know how some people is until money get into play. But then, on the other side, in anything we do, when money involved, you can't do it alone. You're going to need a team. You're going to need help. But everybody have to live on the same page. You can't carry everybody. So even if you do business with your friend them, as long as them have the same interest as you, and everybody are pull them weight, and everybody are the well in a feed them respective area of the business are going to flourish. So me always encourage somebody out there, business are the way to go if you have pre-money. And sometimes the business can come in a some simple way. I'm tell you a way how me used to make money one time. When me did that way, me did want to find a way how me can make money without spending no money at all. The way how me figured that out was that I did September and everybody did come from work and travel. When everybody come from work and travel, everybody come to Jamaica and them carry them US. So when them carry them US, everybody want to change them US. Not everybody want to go to the Cambia. When you look online, the daily exchange rate, the US was $125. Western Union used to give them for I think 119. 118 or 119 was a rate on campus. I used to take them money from them and go off campus to try to get it at a better rate. Because even sometime when it gets serious, it was even 115. So online it was 125. So what me used to drive, take them money, go off campus, change it for a cheaper rate, and then carry it back and give them. So sometime if a man give me $1,000 for change, after everything we make like all, sometime 10 grand, sometime 3 grand, 4 grand. And that was a full-blown business when we used to do at school. I was a walk-in Cambia. But it was the deception that the people did actually believe like is my money because I used to live close to the school. So I used to be like, yeah man, I go home, go change it at my yard. Because the reason why I did do that is people, it's sad, but people will spend money with you or people will trust you when they feel like you have money. A man never did really look upon it like, oh, he might make money. He might look upon it like, oh yeah, they'll have a bag of money, they'll have beer money I'm yard. So, he might go just give me some Jamaican money because he might always got foreign. So, me never approach it like, yo, me I try make no money. Me tell them, say, yo, me I got foreign December, you know, and me just like collect US. So, when me there foreign, me have money for spend, but I really a business me that work. Me just a carry it down the road and I change it for more money and I make money on it and carry what the Jamaican money go give them. So I used to carry the US go get the Chinaman. Chinaman give me money. I take out the amount of Jamaican money I want, put it down, and then carry back the money go give them at school. Me not lie, me did make whole heap of money. So there are a lot of ways you can make money if you have any farmer hustling mentality in you. But you have to determine and you have to know say you will lose. And what I want to get out of some people's brain is that when you start look on certain amount of money like whole heap of money, it kind of stunt your growth. Like even if me can't afford something or if me see something, if me see a man right now in a Lamborghini and him tell me how much feet, me not even I go like, yo, that's expensive art. I just shake me, yeah man. You have to keep calm, you can't frighten feet. You know what I mean? They say, a man could have owned a private jet and he tell me how much feet, man. What? Alright then, moving on. Me nah go be like, yo. Me nah frighten feet because me don't know in my mind, I just feel like, yo, daily I go own that thing and if you think about that, you go own it. Because honestly, from my born till now, everything me really put my mind to, me end up own it. Whole heap of thing me see myself in a before me have it. And even if me not get it, me get close to it. And if me never move on further to try actually get it comfortable, me get comfortable. So you have to always tell yourself that. But the only way you can get used to certain things is by being around people who make money. And the sad thing is that whole heap of man who make money don't put on the people them around him. Because some of the time the people them around him don't want to learn how to make the money, them just want the work where him a put in. And it's a reason why a man with money find it so hard for just give somebody money, you know. A man will win a lot of Africa because he not put in no work, forget it. So you can't look upon a man with something and because you ask him for a thing and him not give you, or you ask him for a strength or a push and him not give you. It's probably because him put in the work for it and him just feel like say, if you get the opportunity so easy, you know really would appreciate it. So sometimes him probably just want to see if you are going to work for it. How hard, how much you want it, how much you are going to work. It would have come like a man who is an artist. A man who is an artist now go just find anybody who say, yo, me like music, you know, and just jump and give him a feature. Because you know, I put on the person there. For your hard work, or probably you never get the help from nobody. So a man find it hard for just, let me just give you this. Because him don't know if you deserve it. Him don't know what kind of work you put in. You have to try find something where you make money constantly. Even if it's 1 cent or 2 cents. Being a robber not sustainable. Because if you go rob today and you make a money, you make it so easy, you go drink it and smoke it out. You might not invest it, and you might invest it in the wrong thing. So that's not necessarily the easiest route. Anybody who make any form of money have to have some sort of business mindedness with him. If you say, all right, then this is how me I go spend it, and this is what gonna happen if me lose it. Because me can tell you some of the stupidest investment them when me ever make. One time I come out foreign, me used to buy like whole heap of Ralph Lauren shirt, but me never know about the Ralph Lauren outlet. So, me did I buy the Ralph Lauren shirt them for $89 and $130. When them did they at the outlet for like $45 or sometimes even cheaper than that. But me did just see other people in it, I never know say, okay, me can get even cheaper than that. So even when you see certain designer clothes and them thing there, you might can't get them for cheaper. Even when you fight to get them, when you get them, you realize that rich people no have them thing there. You gotta realize that, yo, certain things where we prioritize, man with real money no prioritize them thing there. That's why me I say, yo, you have to get it out of your system doing it. You have to do it. But when you get to the level there, you have to relax and look around. Because if you come up on a certain amount of money and you stay in the same place where you did there, say for instance, you have $1 million. If you have $1 million, try move going to $1 million community. Because you can't stay in a $100,000 community with $1 million. Because you still have a $100,000 mindset. You need to upgrade. You need to do better and get better. So anytime when you make money, you have to try move forward. Anytime you make money, you have to try expand. You can't say, yo, you're satisfied with one, or I'm satisfied with what I have right now. I'm a good writer, so I don't want more. Because if you think about if you make money for yourself, you might, one, have less drive, and two, might only have money for yourself alone and not necessarily people around you. And if you alone have money around everybody, and everybody else not have none, you're bound to end up back like them. Or you know why, if you drop out, one to your pitney, generational money where I try to get. So you always have to try, expand, get bigger, do better. But the whole concept of money, it kind of flawed. Because it's like we need it. We need it. Inflation and gas. And it's like bills. Bills is a thing where it take away everything. So when we say money flawed, is like if you have a table full of money today, and you keep that table full of money there for 10 years and don't spend nothing, you can buy less things with the money 10 years time than when you could have buy if you have it now. That's why I say the concept of money kind of mind-boggling. And the concept of possessions kind of mind-boggling too. Because car depreciate, plane depreciate, house appreciate, depending on the environment. So a lot of people will talk about, yeah man, real estate can't get cheaper, this and that, blah, blah, blah. Now, if you think logical, if you buy a house in a ghetto, or if you buy a house and the area turning into a ghetto, the value of your property will go down. Now, if there is a new stadium beside your property, the value of your property will go up. If them build a new highway near your property with the outlet in the community better and the government fix the road, the value of your property will go up. So the value of your property is depending on the community where you're there and how well the construction is taking place in there, and the level of crime, the level of schooling. Those stuff all contribute to real estate value. One of the newest ways to make money right now is social media. Depending on the market that you're in, if you're in Jamaica, there is YouTube. I am not sure if Jamaicans are being able to monetize their Instagrams effectively as yet, but I am 100% sure that will happen soon. Even the social media monetization thing is still, there is always rules and guidelines. And you still have to treat it like a job. Because you will see me get up and you will see me do this day in, day out, and you say, yo, this easy, me can go do it. But then it's not as easy. Especially if you try to stay in a certain lane. You're going to run up in a problem. So you have to find where you like. Find where you make money for you. And then you go that route there. Because there's a lot of routes. There's a lot of ways to make money. But if you sit down at your yard and fret and say, how me I gonna make money? Maybe not come to you. Just think about the amount of professions they about the place. And everybody can smart. And everybody can smart. And everybody I go have the traditional professions them. But talent-wise, talent can make money. Sales can make money. Your skill can make your money. Just your brain, listen to me. A man can walk up and down listen to me. If you walk around and beg everybody $1 and you get $1, is 300 million people in the US. In my mind, I said, deal, me just want $1 from all of them. 3 million odd people there in Jamaica. If me get 3 million $1, me have $3 million. So when you start look upon it like that, you see how powerful it is, and as 7 billion people in the world. So you just really need to find where you can do good and then execute that properly. And that's how you're gonna make money. And when we say find something good, certain things only last for a time. So even if you're going on a profession where only lasts for a time, make sure say make exponentially a lot of money. And then you figure out how you're going to invest it, how you're going to diversify your portfolio, how you're going to try make money when you're not actively work. Because you can look upon it like this. If when we make a video and I go to my bed tonight and me asleep, somebody are going to watch this and it are going to pay me. Some views me will earn from it some way. So you have to try find something where it's not always your physical work all the time. And then don't get tricked and feel like say, oh yeah man, people when I do 9 to 5 no work every day. A man who don't work a 9 to 5 work 24 hours a day. Because it is non-stop. A man who own a business never stop working. A man who an entrepreneur never stop working. The hours them way have to put in unbelievable compared to work. Sometimes 9 to 5 easier It's hard for work for something and it not work out. Or it's hard for work for something and it's slow. And it's hard for build something. For build something extremely hard. So you always have to take your hats off to people who are actively at work for build something. So it's not always a safer route. The safer route is not always a better route, but it's the more comfortable route. So if you want to choose the route, that's fine. But there are too many ways to make money for you to sit down and not trying to figure out how to do so. And if the plans them way you do now work out, find another one. Find some other people to partner with. Ask some more interesting questions. Subscribe. You know, we have to always see how I drop that thing. We have to always explore. We have to always try new things to make money. Because at the end of the day, making money is the most important thing, you know. But when you figure out what will make your money, it makes everything else easier. Because to me, my most important thing in my life, if I don't become a wealthy man in my life, but I end up with a wife and 3-4 pitney, and me can watch them pitney there grow up, turn man, and have other pitney, and me become a grandfather and a great grand, and me get to sit down and watch all of them in my old little rocking chair, and sit down beside my wife and say, yo, look pan way we make. To me, that is a beautiful life. To me, zero life. So now if you look upon life, them way there. And everything about the money. But the money just are gonna make everything else easier. So just try to figure out how to make it. And then we are gonna move on from it. Big up on yourself. I'm out.